Welcome and good morning to another edition of the Friday Morning Commute with your host, Rovin Doug, here on a wonderfully cloudy and overcast Friday morning. I love these type of mornings. Kind of gives you the perfect glow for Periscope recordings. Not too bright, not too much sun. I like them. Now, let's go ahead and get down to Xur, because he is our resident salt bearer, especially for Titans this week, as you'll see. So this week we have, in Year 2, Week 27, the Insurmountable Skullfront for Titans, the Radiant Dance Machines for Hunters, the Obsidian Mind Helmet for Warlocks, the Zalo Supercell Auto Rifle for everyone, and then if you need it, the Legacy Exotic Heavy Weapon Engram for those who are still searching for that special Year 1 exotic heavy weapon. So remember, Legacy is only for Year 1s. Now, a little bit of trivia. I noticed this. I went looking. It was 20 weeks ago, Week 7 in Year 2, that Xur last sold the Zalo Supercell. And if you will remember, last week, Xur sold the Insurmountable Skullfront for Titans. So, I'm sorry, Titans, but this is for sure a second week of salt for you. For sure, for sure. Now, moving on, we have great news. So, if you read the weekly Bungie update, or This Week at Bungie, you'll have noticed some really good news. We have a date. It's about what I thought it would be. That's hilarious. It's a little bit earlier than what I thought it would be, but we have a date of the next Bungie update to Destiny. It's, essence, a patched release, but it is new content for Taken King owners. Now, this date is April 12th. We're going to get new PvE content, a new quest line, the Blighted Chalice. We're going to be getting a new sandbox update with weapons, so the weapon meta is going to change again. Hopefully, I don't know, I felt like it was semi-balanced. Shotgun range could still be nerfed, but we're almost to the point where shotguns are where they need to be, in my opinion. But I'm not a PvP expert, so do not quote me. All in all, I'm excited. So, April 12th is the release. What that means is for the next 3 Wednesdays, I believe it's 11 Pacific each Wednesday of the next 3 weeks, we're going to be having Bungie give us a little bit of info each time about what this update will look like. I shouldn't say patch, because it's not just a patch, it's an update. It's a full-blown content update. I wouldn't say content release because it's not like a traditional DLC as we're used to, but we're getting new content, and that is exciting. I'm really excited. It's just around the corner. It brings me so much excitement. Now, don't get, and this is a warning for myself, but don't get too hyped about this content release until we start playing it. Remember, it's not a full-blown DLC. It's just an infusion of content to get us through the summer. So, play it slowly if you can. And spread it out over your 3 characters. So, what that means, if you want to keep Destiny fresh and exciting, I know the PvP aspect's going to change, so you're going to have to probably do some grinding for new rolls on weapons, or new weapons altogether, depending on what the meta kind of shifts to favor. And if you don't like me saying meta, I have a word for you. Meta, pod! Anyways. Play it slowly. Don't try to grind it out in a week. I think that's one real big issue with this community is we get new content, we devour it so fast that it breaks every boundary that the developers put into it to make it last as long as it can, and we churn through it in about a week, and it's like, really? So, but anyways, we'll see. We're gonna see over the next 3 weeks through the Bungie Twitch shows, the weekly Twitch show, what kind of the breadth and width of this looks like, and I'm kind of excited. I'll be honest, looking at the header for the update on Bungie for yesterday, last night, it was a complete set of taken armor for each class type, and it looked frickin' sweet to boot. Now, I'm gonna make a few comparisons right now, and I think this is gonna be the most I say on them. It looked as if, for the Titan, he had a taken version of the helmet of Kabir. So, this may be a nod towards what some people I've seen say, don't Takenify old content, but the Taken are in the Vault of Glass, or were forcefully removed from the Vault of Glass. However, it is possible for them to go back, so we may be seeing some versions of the raid, or some version of the raid, maybe new mechanics, completely new raid mechanics for Vault of Glass, but it is, I'm going to say it's possible for us to see a level 40 version of the Vault of Glass with taken enemies instead of the normal Vex. And I would be okay with that. I think that would add a new element of complexity, which I'm excited for. Now, let's be honest, I hope that's not it. That's not the only thing we're getting hyped for. And I'm pretty sure it won't be. But, we need to set expectations and let them blow us away. So, going from there, I want to talk about some personal stuff going on that may affect my formal Friday, my Friday morning commute, things like that. So, Monday, my wife started noticing that she was having some uncontrollable muscle spasms. She's had this happen once before, and it was back in September, around the time that we bought our house. And she was diagnosed with symptoms of myoclonus, which is just uncontrollable muscle spasms with no known or no identifiable cause. If you're like, uncontrolled muscle spasm, kind of like hiccups or leg twitches, except her entire sides of her body would just randomly start shaking, and then she would stop, and then they would stop. They're not seizures in the sense of a traditional seizure, because she's fully coherent, she can listen and see through them, and then she can tell you what was happening during those seizures. So Monday that happened. Wednesday, I get a message say, hey, I don't feel quite right, we need to go to the emergency room. We have an appointment with her neurologist on the 22nd, but they'd said, go to the hospital earlier, emergency room, if it feels like this is getting worse than can be handled until the appointment. So we go to the emergency room. We And while we're there, she has one that kind of envelops her entire body. Her legs kind of shake up and out, her arms. So, thankfully, we were at the emergency room. The nurse practitioner was there, another nurse was there, and I was there. So we all had one side of her body. That really was her worst episode that day. But all in all, they've given her new anti-seizure medication. And the way that anti-seizure medication works is it tries to disrupt some of that control from your head and your nervous system, so that your nervous system listens more to your head instead of just randomly going off the wall. I believe. I could be wrong. Good chance I'm wrong. So, with that being said, my goal is to still have these, but if there's one or two that doesn't happen, it's not that I don't want to do this. I've just got to take care of my family first. And I'm going to be up front. Any and all support you guys can show me during this is going to be very, very helpful. It's never easy to have to try and take care of your significant other as well as your children, and then still try to work on top of that. And I've got a great family support, but the next couple weeks are going to be harder because my dad is also going in for surgery, and so that's going to take away from one of my childcare resources, primary childcare resources, because we're a single income family, so we don't have money really for paid childcare. And my mother-in-law, even though she would be somewhat capable to help watch the girls, at least keep them alive, she also works 4 days out of the week, so she's not able to help out as much as is needed either. Social Security is a failing system. Anyways. So I just wanted to make sure y'all were aware of that. You know, any good feels, any hypes, any prayers, all appreciated. Any case, that's about all the depression I want to give you guys. So we'll go over Xur one last time before I run in. For Titans, he's got the insurmountable skull front. For Hunters, he's got the radiant dance machines. Obsidian Mine for the Warlock. The Zalo Supercell, once again, 20 weeks later. We have this fun auto rifle. And then the Legacy Exotic Engram is for heavy weapons. So, you know, if you don't have a Year 1 Gallahorn yet, this could be your lucky day. Enjoy your stay. Maybe. Anyways, thanks for stopping by again. This is your host, Rovin Doug. Please follow me here on Periscope to see whenever I do these scopes. You can also follow me on Twitter to get a Twitter alert when I go live, or whenever I go live on twitch.tv as well. I do stream video games from time to time. And then if you'd like to see a uploaded version of this video, very basic, minimal editing, head to youtube.com, all under the same username, Rovindug, R-O-V as in violin, E-N-D-O-U-G, all one word, all together. Rovindug. Easy, to the point, enjoyable. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you, Starside Guardians.